Hi guys, welcome back to Not Just Gaming and to our Warhammer 40k timeline series. In today's video we're going to be looking at the murder campaign. If you haven't already, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel and keep your notifications bell on, because on the next video we're going to be looking at the layer campaign. Thanks again, take care. There are wars fought for conquest, wars fought for survival, and then there are wars fought simply because there was no other choice. During the Great Crusade, the Imperium encountered countless alien species. Some could be reasoned with, most could not, but a rare few could not even be understood. The campaign that would come to be known simply as Murder was one such war. It was not an original name. The planet had once been catalogued, measured, assigned and designated like any other. But names have power, and some worlds earn new ones. Murder was a death world. Dense jungles stretched across its surface. Towering trees blocked out the sun. The ground was alive with movement. Every inch of the ecosystem was predatory. Every shadow concealed something waiting to strike. And at the centre of it all was a species the Imperium had never encountered before. They were called the Megarachnid, though the name barely captured what they were. Towering multi-limbed predators, bodies encased in thick chitin, limbs that moved with unnatural speed, weapons grown, not forged, bladed extremities capable of slicing through ceramite. They did not communicate, they did not negotiate, they did not retreat. They attacked, relentlessly, endlessly, without pause. When Imperial forces first made planetfall, they did not expect resistance of this scale. Initial survey teams vanished, reconnaissance units were torn apart, signals ceased mid-transmission. By the time the Legiones Astartes were deployed, the enemy had already adapted. The Megarachnid did not wait to be studied. They learned, they hunted, they evolved their tactics in real time. This was not a simple Xenos threat. This was an ecosystem at war. The Astartes brought overwhelming force. Bolters roared, flamers burned the undergrowth, chainswords tore through alien flesh. But for every creature killed, more emerged. From the trees, from the ground, from unseen tunnels beneath the surface. The jungle itself became an enemy. Visibility was limited. Movement was restricted. Ambushes were constant. The Megarachnid did not need strategy as the Imperium understood it. They needed only proximity and patience. The Imperium had faced orcs, had faced organised empires, had faced enemies with command structures. But here, there was no leader to strike, no capital to conquer, no surrender to accept. Every attempt to apply conventional doctrine failed. The Crusade had built itself on the idea that all threats could be categorized, understood, and defeated. Murder challenged that belief. Some enemies were not civilizations, they were forces of nature. The stalemate did not last forever, because the Imperium was not alone. Another force entered the system. A human civilization, advanced, ordered, disciplined. The Interex. Unlike the Imperium, they did not charge blindly into the unknown. They observed, they studied. They understood the nature of the Megarachnid, and more importantly, they knew how to contain them. For a brief moment, something rare occurred. Cooperation. Imperial forces and the Interex fought side by side. Different doctrines, different philosophies, but a shared objective. The Interex employed precision, containment, barrier systems. They did not seek to destroy the Megarachnid entirely, only to limit their spread. The Imperium, by contrast, sought total eradication. The difference was subtle, but significant. With combined effort, progress was made. The Megarachnid were pushed back, their territory reduced, containment zones established. For the first time, the Imperium saw that this war could end, not in victory as it understood it, but in control. It was an unfamiliar concept, but a necessary one. The Interex were unlike any human civilization the Imperium had encountered. They possessed knowledge of a wider galaxy, understanding of alien species, even awareness of threats the Imperium had yet to fully grasp. They had survived not through domination, but through balance, through caution, through cooperation. It was a glimpse of an alternative future, one the Imperium could not easily accept. The campaign ended not with triumph, but with containment. The Megarachnid were not wiped out, they were restricted and isolated, held in check. The Imperium moved on, but it did not forget. Murder had revealed something dangerous, not about the enemy, but about itself. That there were limits to its understanding, limits to its methods, limits it would not willingly acknowledge. The alliance with the Interex did not last. It could not, because the differences between them were too great, too fundamental, but the seeds had been planted, of curiosity, of tension, of misunderstanding. The Imperium had seen another way and rejected it. Soon that rejection would have consequences, because the next meeting between these two powers would not end in cooperation. Murder was not the largest war of the Great Crusade. It was not the most devastating, but it was one of the most important, because it forced the Imperium to confront something it could not easily defeat: the unknown. And in doing so, it revealed a truth the Crusade was not ready to face: that not all enemies can be destroyed, and not all futures can be controlled.